So it is absolutely exhausting and very, very dangerous in that canal where my Marines are stationed at this point. And we're rotating platoons through during that time because it is exhausting work. And I think around 1700, we rotate first platoon onto the line. And this is the same platoon that led our clear on the 19th, the evening of the 19th. And we really asked a lot of them. So they're on the canal. They're still looking for as many passport holders or whoever they can pull. And around, I believe, 1736, ISIS suicide bomber steps up about 10 meters from their position on the other side of the canal and detonates his vest. And the consequences of that are exceptional. And that is, to that point, the largest suicide bombing in Afghanistan's history from the time we arrived in 2001 to that day. Nearly 200 Afghans will be killed in that blast. 13 U.S. service members, 9 of whom were my Marines or my corpsmen. And then dozens are wounded from this blast because we were in such tight proximity to each other that it was pretty prime conditions for that type of an attack. And what then occurs after that bomb going off, you call it a miracle, but I just think my Marines were that well trained. And again, I want to give credit to my corpsmen for how well and how hard they pushed themselves in their training, and our Marines in combat casualty care and casualty evacuation procedures. Because this is a story that Americans should know. And Corporal Wilson has taken shrapnel from his ankle through his neck. And his lungs are shredded. He is bleeding out. And he wakes up on top of a Marine he does not know. And he grabs that Marine from a different unit, Kelsey Lanehart, and he starts dragging her to the hole in the fence for others to come to get her and to pull her to safety. Again, he's covered in shrapnel. He's bleeding everywhere. And he's dragging her with his remaining strength. And when other Marines come up to grab her, and they try to grab him, and he pushes them away, he says, "No, take her." And then continues to low crawl to the casualty collection point so Marines they can go help others. He's not going to bother anyone. He gets there and he collapses. And then between there and when he gets to Germany, he's declared pulseless, I believe, 17 times. And will ultimately be awarded the Bronze Star with Valor for his actions. I mean, I got to serve with guys like Corporal Wilson. I got to serve with so many Marines who I know would do the same thing if in his shoes, but him in particular, just a story that everyone should know and one I'll never forget.